Can you think off the top of your head, maybe outside of your Fool Us presentation, which was kind of specifically board game themed,
Sure.
when you took a strategy from a board game and applied it to the thinking of a magic trick that you created?
Strategy for a board game. That's a good question. I think one thing is just the idea of spectators like, what does this trick involve from that user experience? So some board games are very much a puzzle. Like sometimes it's not even like clear to me why you would qualify this as a game instead of a puzzle. It's so intertwined. It's Sudoku and this board game have a lot in common. I don't even know where the line is anymore. And some magic tricks are like that, and I like to lead with that. So, for example, probably my favorite trick in Magic is Woody Aragon's "How to Find Your Other Half," I think it's called, or this is the one that everybody does, where you have 4 cards and you rip them up, and the audience shuffles them, and they end up throwing cards on the floor and everything, and at the end the cards match. I love that trick so much because, first of all, when you do that for an audience, everyone gets their own cards, so they're all interacting. They all get to rip up playing cards, which is something adults don't do. Right? They don't destroy perfectly good objects. Then they're throwing things in the air, so again, they're making a mess, which is something adults never get to do. And then the trick itself is like really damn amazing, and something crazy happens, and that's an experience that no one in the room has had. Magicians have read a book and like been fooled at the end, like, wait, Steve Beam, how did how did that work? Because I'm going through these instructions. So like that's an example where I think you have two paths, right? One path could be like, let's play in the experience, and like I make it seem like a coincidence in the way of like, oh, the magic is upon us, and like these cards represent your hopes and dreams, and at the end they match, and you're gonna have a beautiful life. I could go that route, but I don't. I think that is so beautiful from the method standpoint that I lead directly with it. I say, you know, I've had the experience before of reading a magic book and learning a trick, and at the end I fool myself. And it's such an amazing experience. And I couldn't figure out how to make you guys feel that. But tonight I'm going to do it. I've, invented this trick where you guys are going to do the trick yourself. And you have to follow my instructions exactly. If you go your own path, it's not going to work. You've got to follow my instructions. And I've had a couple of magicians locally said, no, you can't do that. They're going to think it's a math puzzle. I'm like, that's the beauty of it, is that they know it's a puzzle, but it seems so fair that at the end it enhances it because they were following it from the method. They're thinking, wait a minute, I put that card on bottom, but that was any card I wanted, and I took 2 cards from my friend. How would that play in? I want them focusing in a puzzle aspect on trying to figure that trick out, because at the end they're not going to figure it out and they're going to be blown away. There are other tricks, mind reading tricks or something like that, where I want to play more in the, oh, he's reading my body language. Maybe I've done a center tear or something. That one, I don't want them in a way focusing on the, well, he took that card, he folded it up, he tore it up, he burned the pieces. That's one where I want the experience to be the overall mind reading experience, not the puzzle of how did I peek that information. So I don't know if that answers your question, but
I think it's a great answer. It's also a great look at a trick that a lot of people know, the Woody Aragon trick. We've seen a lot of people present it like Woody too, and maybe it doesn't fit the character persona, but we have seen how you have put your own uniqueness into this effect, making it your own.